Hello everyone, it's Natasha from Treasure Books. In this video we are exploring one trifold technique that creates 7 completely different projects. I usually pack all these ideas into one weekly video, but this time I'm breaking it into 7 videos released every 2 days. That way you can make one project before the next one arrived. Alright, we've already done the Infinity book. I will have a playlist in the description box. However, you don't have to complete the previous project to move on to the next. These are all standalone projects. Today is officially day 2, and we are making a do-si-do journal using the trifold technique. So the trifold technique is basically just a piece of paper that's been folded into 3s. And the do-si-do is a French term meaning back to back. And in book binding and journaling, it refers to this structure, where you have 2 journals back to back and they share the same front cover and the same back cover. And this technique alone can be done in so many different ways. You can make 2 full chunky journals and have them back to back, but we're sticking with very simple structures and we're doing the trifold technique. Of course, we're creating a journal. We'll do everything together because why not? And we are making this kind of, it's not an infinity book, but you know, it kind of just keeps on turning, keeps on going. All right, so I think now is a good time to start. This is probably one of those things that you either have done before or you can see how it's done just from looking at the project that I've just shown you. So it's not necessarily something that you have to learn how to do. So I'm thinking of this video as a crafty buddy type video where you can work on your project and kind of listen and watch me do mine, and perhaps this will be something that you used to do and then totally forgot about it, and now here we are bringing it back. All right, start off with your scrapbook paper, preferably dozen-sided, double-sided. It doesn't have to be, but you know, it's preferable, and cut it down to however long, tall you want your journal to be. So I'm thinking, since I'll probably be using the standard copy-sized paper as the pages in my journal, I might want my construction or the cover to be the same size as these copy-sized papers. So what I'm going to do is mark myself where I need to cut, and perhaps I might make it slightly taller than this page. And just in case if you want exact measurements, I'm going to cut over here, what is that? Slightly less than 8.5 inches. And cut. All right, now since this was a 12 by 12 cut down, I'm left with the width of 12 inches. Now I need to section that into 3 equal parts. 12 divided by 3 is 4. That means I need to fold my paper in increments of 4 inches. So at 4 and 8, I might use my scoring board, in which case I don't need to mark. I can just look at the increments over here, scoring at 4 and at 8. All right, now I need to make a decision. Do I want this to be my front cover or this? Of course, I want this to be my front cover, so I'm going to fold it like this. And then this one goes in the opposite direction. And now I have a little Z thing happening. Perfect. Next thing I need to do is get some pages ready for my journal. So I've got these 3 pages ready, and now I'm thinking if I fold it this way, I'm going to have a lot of offcut. Perhaps some of them I can fold this way, and I can create pockets. I can do this type of thing, flip out type thing, or to save paper. It's not really saving paper, but you'll see what I mean. I can fold it this way and then chop this off, and then I'm left with another little booklet. Yeah, I think that'll work. But of course, I want to pepper it in with all different types of paper. So here's what I'm going to do. I have a vellum page. I also want to create this type of a thing. Let me show you in this journal. See how that flips out like this. I want to do that. And then I've got some other pages. I've got map. I've got some shorter pages. And of course, book pages and more book pages. All right, now I'm going to start sorting into signatures. So I need 2 signatures, and I'm going to do this, and then the map page, tear it in half and then fold it in half, of course, and I have a page for each signature. I'm going to do the same with this one. And the same with my vellum page. So far I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 pages for each signature. Then I've got these. Then I've got this one, and I'm gonna fold another one in for the pocket. All right, 7 pages per signature. Fold it in half, pop it aside. And for these ones, what I'm gonna do is this. They're gonna be in the middle. I'm not gonna go all the way to the edge of the cover because all the other pages kind of push the middle page out. So I'm gonna mark myself here to fold. And then this one gets folded almost to the crease. So when it's bound in, it's gonna look like this. All right, there's one. And 2. All right, the grand total is 8 pages per signature. Okay, now I'm gonna work on my first signature. I like to spread out the pages, and I want this to be the middle of the signature page. This is gonna be my very first page, and now I'm just going to rearrange these pages how I want them. So maybe something like this. And then this, and then this. And this, and this, and this is the middle of my signature. Okay, pages arranged. I might bring them all down, plop them in my journal, and I need to cut all this excess off. And here we go, align my ruler and cut. Keeping this, throwing this. All right, that's the height sorted. And now I like the pages sticking out a little bit, so I'm going to use my serrated ruler. I can't remember the word now. I can't remember what the ruler is called. But instead of cutting a straight cut, I'm going to rip. This one is going to be folded in. And this one is also going to be folded in. I'm kind of eyeballing it here, how much I have to fold in. And now rip this one. And I have these pages sticking out, which I don't like the straight edge. I've been recently obsessed with these scissors that I have in my stash and I never use. And now I am in the decluttering mode, getting rid of stuff. And I said to myself, if I don't use it, I have to get rid of it. So I better use them. All right, signature 1 is done, and it's sticking out a little bit just the way I like it. And now I have to repeat the same process with the second signature. Find my very first page, which is the vellum page, and my very middle page, and then these can be staggered in between. So I like to kind of stagger book pages or patterned paper in between the plain paper. So I'm going to start with the book page, then I'm going to go with plain, and then patterned, plain. I'm gonna do this one, and then map, and then the very middle page. Excellent. Make them all go down to the same level. Plop this in and cut this off. This time around, because I have the other papers in there, I might just give myself a little marking and cut it off. And now, same thing with the ripping and the folding and the cutting. How's it looking? Good looking. It's looking quite nice. Pages sticking out on both sides. Okay, now before I do binding, oh, I forgot this one. They're a pain in the butt. They promise so much and they give so little. All right, before I do the binding, what I want to do is all the fun stuff that I usually do with journals, but I'm not going to do a lot because I don't want this video to be too long. But I'm just going to grab these pages and I'm going to sew the top and bottom. So I'm creating, in fact, I might sew in the middle here so that I'm creating like 2 pockets here and also over here. I'll be right back. Here we go, just for a little bit of fun. And I realized, luckily last minute, not to sew this because I do want to have my book look like this tag shape, which means if I sew this, I'm gonna cut it off. So anyway, this, I'm gonna think about what to do here. It can be like a little clip-in tuck spot or something like that. But I do have a pocket here and a pocket here, and into the journal it goes. And now for the other one in here, I might just leave this as an opening kind of a page thing. Yes, why not? I'm not going to do anything else to the pages. I'm going to take the signatures out, pop the signature number 2 aside, and I'm going to go straight into binding now, because I can always do embellishing later, or if I have time in this video. But what I'm doing now is arranging the pages exactly how I want them to look in my journal. So I want to center these smaller pages. All right, I'm happy with that. Maybe this one can come down a bit. All right, excellent. Now I'll do the inking before I do the binding, just on the cover. Both sides. All right, this is my front cover. I'm gonna go in with signature number 1, plop it in there, make it nice and aligned. Get my needle and my thread. I'm gonna use dark brown embroidery floss, thread the needle, and here we go. We're gonna do a 3-hole pamphlet stitch. I might move this out of the way. Middle, top, bottom, and let's go. Out through the middle, back in through the top, and back out through the bottom hole, tighten, and back in through the middle hole, tighten, tie a knot, and a double knot, and chop. Easy peasy. First signature is bound. Now we're going to turn the book this way, not this way, because everything will be upside down. I think that's clear. All right, turn the book this way, and now we're going to bind into this spine. So, second signature, arrange, make it nice and snug, plop it in there, make it level and snug again. Move this out of the way. Look how beautiful this is. And 3 holes, middle, top, bottom, and repeat the binding. Excellent. And done. Essentially, that is your do-si-do journal complete. You can see you have a spine here and a spine on the opposing end, so you don't have to worry that the middle hole and the top and bottom hole aligns with this side here, because they're on opposing ends. Okay, what I also like to do, as I mentioned previously, is I don't know, I'm just all about the tag shape at the moment. So I'm going to give my do-si-do journal a little shoulder situation happening. So I'm going to use my template over here. Oh, not this one. I have a couple of templates. If you've seen my 50 tips and tricks video, I spoke about this. I have for smaller tags, for medium tags, and then I like to use this one for this project, for larger tags. And I think I need like a jumbo tag, like even bigger slopes. All right, I'm aligning with the cover rather than the edge of the sticky out pages. Draw those lines. Oh, bad idea. Oh, I didn't think of that. I thought of that in this journal, made sure that my binding is lower. But look at this. If I was to cut into this, it's right there at the binding, so I can't actually do this. I might have to go with the little one. This one's gonna get little shoulders. I don't even need to do this, but I kind of, when I have my mind stuck on something I want to do, I just gotta do it. Chop. So when you're binding, if you want to do this kind of thing, make sure that your stitches are not so high up. I really didn't have to go all the way up here. I could have like done the top thing here. you know, it's okay. It still looks good. Now I'm going to go around and ink all these pages, just like this. Maybe I'll do a bit of this on the pages that are sticking out, and the other side. And final touch, I have another little pouch in my stash with random things like this and this. What else we got in there? Oh, a piece of cork and a circular thing. I think I had this ready for some other project I was working on and never ended up using it. And I think it looks good enough. If it can stop me from overthinking, I am all for it. And there's the cork. And the book plate. Beautiful. And I can go and do the same on this side, but I can't because I don't have the beautiful things. Oh, I do have another circle. These were in a scrapbook paper, and then maybe I can just... Oh, well, this is perfection. It was like made for this journal, for this little do-si-do book. Have you done these before? The do-si-do. Oh, this can take you so many different ways. Like you can make full chunky journals in this style. But we're keeping it simple because the idea is the trifold thing. You can go in here and add pockets, and you know the drill, okay? What all the things that we can do. But let's just do a quick little flip through of this one, because if I go and embellish this one now, the video is going to be very long, and I'm trying to do like little snacks, little snacky videos rather than full meals. So I'll just show you here what I've got so you can get some ideas. Of course, the book page I like to cover with some type of a writing space. And then I just went in and stamped some packaging paper and added magazine images, did this flip out little thing here, just playing around really. A little something here and there, not on every page, bit of stenciling here. A stamp that didn't stamp properly. And then more magazine pages here, just like a mini collage with only 2 pieces of paper. And that's it for that side. And then on this side, vellum. Oh, do we have a little pocket? A little pocket there. You know, this is all just me using scraps that were on my desk. Put a little belly band. And by now you know, unless you're completely new to this type of craft, you know, junk journals, if you are, welcome. But if you're not, you've probably seen, I mean, the ideas. And look what I did here. I had this leftover piece, and then I punched out another circle, so it's like, oh, peekaboo. I don't know, that's not really peekaboo, is it? And then stenciling over here, a stamp that did work, just a bit of this and a bit of that. I wouldn't consider this journal done, but it's good enough for now, because I believe I have demonstrated what I set out to demonstrate, which is the do-si-do trifold technique, day 2. Day 1 was the infinity book. Everything will be linked below if you haven't seen it. I can't even show you how beautiful this looks because you can't really see the whole kind of thing on screen. But that was the infinity book, day 1, do-si-do, day 2. And I will be back in 2 days with idea number 3 for our trifold technique. I hope you enjoyed this video. Let me know your thoughts. Have you done this before? Is this something you used to do and then totally forget about it? These can be like little mini additions with less amount of paper. Additions to journal or standalone journals. I love this. I absolutely love this. And I love the fact that this one has more paper than this one. This one's thicker. All right, I'm going to leave it there. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you very, very soon. Bye.